GCC Fiscal Policies. Fiscal policies have been announced by major GCC countries, and Qatar has already been spelled out in terms of specifics for the budget. As far as Saudi 2021 is concerned, revenue 849 billion riyals, expenditure is around 990 billion riyals. Budget deficit is around 141 billion riyals, that is 4.9% of the GDP. Public debt is around 33%, 937 billion riyals. Saudi Arabia expects the economy to shrink. In 2020, we have seen by 3.7, is bouncing back nearly 3%, 2021. On the oil price, it's estimated based on a Saudi export price of about $48. When it comes to Oman, budget assumes the price of oil will be 45 per barrel. Public spending estimated to be 10.88 billion in 2021. Public revenue is projected to increase 8.6 billion. Budget deficit is around 2.2 billion Omani riyal, that is 8% of the GDP. As 73% of this deficit will be financed through external and domestic borrowings. External borrowing and domestic borrowings. 1.6 billion, while the rest of the deficit, to nearly 600 million, will be covered by drawing from reserves. When it comes to 2021 UAE budgets, 55.1 billion spending. Allocation, if you look at the spending, 26 billion allocated for social development and welfare programs. 9.6 billion has been allocated to education. Nearly 5 billion, 4.97 billion allocated to healthcare. Dubai budget, 57 billion when it comes to spending. Revenue, 52 billion, reflecting expansionary fiscal policy aimed at enhancing the Emirates' competitiveness. Social development sector includes health, education, housing, women, children care, represent 31% of the total expenditure. The budget allocated 9% of the expenditure, maintain the volume of investments in infrastructure in line with Dubai's aspiration to be preferred destination to live in. Overall, the infrastructure and transportation sector will have allocation of around 41% of the total spending. Bahrain, public revenue 2.29 billion, and when it comes to recurring expenditure, 3.3 billion will be the expenditure. A total of 656 million has been identified for the development projects for each fiscal year. And again, it's part of the Gulf Development Program. The draft aims to reduce primary deficit. Overall deficit estimated, as you know, between 2.3 to 3.3, nearly 1 billion, and 2 billion will be for the next year deficit. But most important, 2021 will have definite healthcare, education expenditure, development expenditure as well. As far as what VAT is concerned, the UAE, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Bahrain have all implemented VAT since signing the GCC VAT framework in 2016. Oman has recently confirmed that it will introduce VAT systems aligned with GCC with effect from April 21. Kuwait and Qatar announcement awaited. So will they be part of it? We are not sure. So what sort of company offering it will result in is what they are looking at objectively to come together. So Kuwait and Qatar have to revisit the VAT, whether they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, if at all. Now, that's the fiscal policies for the Gulf. Qatar has laid out a deficit finance for the budget, and oil taking at 40, and the allocation has been so scientific: infrastructure development, hydrocarbon, non-hydrocarbon, various sectors have been focused, including healthcare, education, and it is also stimulating to have a good development expenditure. And that will also create more opportunities for robust economic development nearing 3%.